Welcome to another Feminine Chronicles. In this, I entitle, Is It Crafted or Is It Divine? Society is made of both men and women. And with both men and women, both do not honor the feminine. It is safer to pander to what is in rule, such as the current patriarchy. Many women truly hate being in a feminine body. You can see this with the overflow of being a girl boss, the whole mean girls fanatic, and the overly accommodating, non-discriminatory woman, which in popular culture is considered a pick-me of today. As a woman who's a bit older, I can see this hate flow out by the way that women disrespect their bodies. Now, this is not disrespecting their body by showing off their body. Like, that is insane. But going against what is the natural flow of women. Our society is created based on a linear path, a linear calendar, if you will. And working would be a great example of how one is very linear. You're able to do the same thing day in, day out with no thought, no process. But as a woman, we have cycles. We are very lunar. We have various flows. And unfortunately, in our worlds today, we are not able to honor those cycles. I see women in a variety of areas of life who are always complaining and aggravated at themselves for not being able to constantly show up the same way they did last week. And as a woman, if you're a woman who is still menstruating, especially, we have weeks in which we are extremely high energy and full, and there are other weeks in which we would probably eat our weight in cupcakes if allowed. And we have to honor those things. So much of being a woman is really disregarded. We either go to extreme lengths in regards to our aging process. We're trying to either go extremely hard and preserve and do all the treatments as possible to preserve what society deems as valuable, which is a young, basically pubescent woman or girl. Or we disregard our bodies altogether, giving it foods that are not healthy for us, that do not provide life, that do not provide substance. And overly so, it slowly eats away at us, and then it hijacks us mentally so that we are very vulnerable. To be embodied in the feminine, one must cherish themselves and embrace the totality of what is being a woman. To tap into your nature means being aware of your emotions, which society has done a really great job of helping you to not be connected, to be hyper disassociated from your emotions. There's so much out there that essentially wants you to silence your emotions, but your emotions essentially is your tapped into source, your intuition. And if you are constantly silencing it, it will eventually stop speaking. And this is how your magic gets snatched from you, and your body begins to show rapid signs of aging and discomfort because you are not in flow, you're not in source. And it's like a flower that slowly wilts away because it does not have the proper nourishment, the sun, the proper water, and all that it needs to bloom in its most beautiful form. If you find yourself always needing to prove yourself, always needing to say things in which make you sound like an authority, having to be hyper linear, like there always has to be the super rigid manner in which you communicate or do anything, this is a great way of knowing that you are out of bounds. Now, this is not to say that you cannot be a woman and be very straight to the point. That would be not true. However, when you are able to be tapped into your feminine, The feminine flows like water. It is not something that can be constantly replicated. You will need to set some time and to reflect on why. In many of my years of self-reflection, I found that I did not enjoy being a woman as it was not safe. I was very attuned early on in my younger years, but being around men who were not safe for me and who I was constantly shunned by made me need to essentially hide and eventually cut off my magic and my abilities to connect with the divine. It has taken decades to notice the damage, but as a woman, we are able to regenerate and heal. To be a woman is to embrace the sheer power that you have all, and that you can take all the smoke that comes with it. Society knows this. Therefore, there is a constant driven force to snuff out what is a woman. I've noticed over the years that fashion has become very blah, very and often it's because there is an enmeshment of what is distinctively woman, distinctively feminine, and what is distinctively male. Everything is androgynous. Everything is losing its separation. Yet we both and all know that the masculine and the feminine are different. They, when balanced, it's a beautiful dynamic, but they are separate for a reason. They serve different purposes. Having a creative idea to start a business is the feminine. The vehicle in which you create said business is the masculine. And the success of those two together would be a dynamic billion-dollar organization. The attack on the feminine is to control what is known as powerful. What can't be controlled is often destroyed, and then its essence is manufactured or crafted. The way we work, play, and live as women in our true nature is very different. Many women, when they start their journey to final form, aka perimenopause, they often, if they are disassociated and divorced from their bodies, will suffer a huge blow, as they will have to reconcile the parts of them in which they have rejected. More times than not, when you operate contrary to your design, you cause a lot of strain on your body. It's like driving a vehicle with the emergency brakes on constantly. That is not how it was made to operate. Therefore, it strips a lot of the gears and a lot of the necessities to keep this vehicle successful. There is such beauty in being a woman. There is brilliance. There is grace. There is an abundance of love. As I watch women nowadays, many hate themselves. Many are very unaware of their power and their strength. They attempt to masquerade as someone that they are not in order to be safe. To be covered in the divine is a bold move, but as women, as feminine beings, that is what we have to do. Being in a feminine at this time in life, in this particular era, is a current threat. However, if you are able to slowly call your power back to yourself, you will be able to stand your ground, and healing in the world can become. The woman's objective in this catastrophic fear is to be a discriminatory force for the world. Women get the opportunity to discriminate what is good and what is not so great. And that is not great can then be essentially given back to the earth to regenerate and blend and purify. But our constant rejection of self inhibits that, and a lot of things consistently grow that should not. I created this channel to share what I call messages from the divine, along with my journey, in hopes that it refreshes women to tap into your inner goddess source energy. If you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, I hope you're beloved.